Hello, Froggy here, and today I'll be showing you how to get into the Ascendant challenge in Bay of Drowned Wishes. To do this, you'll need the Gladiator's Blade Rush finisher, and you'll probably want to be a Titan with a sword and Lion Rampant. So some of you may have seen that DJ XYZ0 managed to get into Queen's Court using the Quantum finisher, and Glitch Tutorial has a nice video up of that I'll link. I was wondering if a similar technique might work here, and sure enough it did. Perform a Quantum finisher on any enemy. To do this, you'll need Gladiator's Blade Rush, and you'll want to crouch about 3 times, and if you are lucky, you'll be teleported out into the middle of nowhere. From here, we just want to make our way to the edge. You should dip down underneath the fog a bit if you are going in the right direction. You may hit a turn back timer, but as long as you're close enough to the edge, it won't matter, because as soon as you dip below, the timer will stop. Though, if you find this little area, you can slide to get yourself back into normal physics, and you'll be on your way with no trouble at all. From here on in, it's pretty easy, just going to sword fly to get myself a bit more above the areas that we're aiming for. When you do the initial finisher glitch, you might see your screen flash between several different locations. This is normal, at least in the sense of anything regarding this glitch could be called normal. There are some areas when you fall down here that actually have turn back timers as well. For this one, I was aiming to go roughly where you would start the challenge, and I find that tends to be a reasonable way to avoid the turnbacks. If you do hit them, you can just fall straight through them, and as long as you've got enough speed, you should pass through unharmed. Got a bit low on the sword ammo here. Normally I would just fly all the way over to the gazebo, but I attempted this a few times just to make sure that it was nice and repeatable. And miraculously got this all on one take. But yeah, now we can get all of the Ahamkara bones that we need whenever we want. Of course, if you need the eggs, you're going to have to wait for it to come up, because eggs don't spawn on the off weeks unless the challenge is actually active. You've probably noticed that I'm fluttering my jump a bit. This is because, as a Titan, I can't quite stop on a dime like our Warlock brethren can. If you go too fast, you'll need a super to be able to stop suddenly. Otherwise, just make sure your catapult lift recharges all the way to get the maximum stopping force. Or you might not get to spend much time in this realm. From here on in, I'm just taking the regular path. Let's go say hi to our buddy Toland.
Do you covet Syor's bow?
So, since not that long after Forsaken came out, it has been my long-standing goal to do this. So, I am quite pleased that this actually worked out. There's a long history of people trying various things. Back when we had the delightful Blade Barrage rocket, which I sadly missed out on, it was possible to get out of map in Bay of Drowned Wishes. Although, from there, from what I've heard from Glitch Tutorial, wasn't quite able to find a spot that you could drop down into here. I tried myself back when we had the pocket finisher, and reaching out with that in a way that would get you out of the map was pretty difficult in and of itself, and even then couldn't find a nice spot to drop. But now, With the magic of quantum teleportation, we can get outside of the bounds of the map entirely, bypass all of that nonsense, and simply drop into the bubble. I imagine a similar approach might work for the Ascendant challenge in Via Silvia, although I haven't given that one a go. From Via Silvia, it's pretty easy to get into the campaign area, or, the weekly mission for Dreaming City. Although, there's a barrier in between there and the Ascendant challenge. So if you're looking for a challenge of your own, I might consider doing that. And with that, we've reached the end of the Ascendant Challenge under Bay of Drowned Wishes. It's been a year and a half in the making. Glitches have come and gone, but at long last, we're here. And we can come here whenever we want. At least until they patch this. But with any luck, those disabled exotics will keep them busy for a bit, and we'll get to have our fun. And nowhere to go but down from here. I'm quite pleased to be able to bring you this. For the last year and a half, this has been my white whale. I'd always return to the Bay of Drowned Wishes, fruitlessly pounding my head against the wall, trying to find a way through. And until now, it has been unsuccessful. But at long last, it is doable. Enjoy it while you can. A bug this powerful probably won't last too long.